Hi fashionistas, it's Wednesday wardrobing time, and tonight is all about wearing bold colors and how to do it. So right now, especially in spring and summer, but especially in this season, bold colors are really trendy. And sometimes they can be a little bit intimidating with knowing how to wear them, especially to work. It's easier to imagine bold colors if you're just being casual and running around, but how do you wear them to work and not look garish or completely inappropriate? So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, to embrace those colors, but make them work in a professional setting. All right, so you see a color that you love, you think, oh my gosh, I would love to wear that, but can I make that work for work, or is it too bright to wear to work? And no, it's not. It's all about how you style it. It's all about making that one color be the focal point of your wardrobe and minimizing it to that one focal point, and suddenly that makes it work. So why this matters. Color is definitely showing up in a stronger way right now. But I want to focus tonight on not trend, but how to make those colors that you love wearable in your everyday lives, which is when you're going to an office every day and you want to be able to wear these clothes that you're buying to that office. Or, you're a younger professional and you're still attracted to those trendier pieces, but you still have to make it work in a professional way. Or you're a retiree and you don't want to just be relegated to t-shirts and jeans or sweatshirts and jeans. You want to still feel trendy, and you probably spent years dressing up for work and now you're supposed to just be satisfied with t-shirts and jeans. No, that's not okay. So this is all about how to, interpret this trend of bold colors for those three different groups of people. So the easiest way, oh wait, I have an engagement question. Wait, is that where I have my, oh yes, tell me in the comments. So here's my engagement question. Tell me in the comments, are you more of a color person, or do you stick with neutrals? So are you willing to go out there and wear those brighter, bolder colors, or do they just scare you half to death? That's what I want to know in the comments. All right, so where to start? That's point one. The easiest way to start with a bold color is to choose one piece. So as I show you these outfits tonight, I'm going to start from the easiest, most accessible to the hardest and funnest combination of bold colors and neutrals that I can come up with. All right, so first and foremost, turquoise. Turquoise is a pretty entry-level bold color. For one, it reminds us of turquoise jewelry. It feels more accessible. It's one of those colors that is supposed to be really good on most all skin types, but it is a brighter color. So if you are used to just blacks and grays and tans and browns, then even this is going to feel a little bit bright for you. So what you want to do whenever you are nervous, especially if you are really venturing into wearing color for the first time, you want to let that piece of color be the one bright piece of color in the whole wardrobe. So for example, you're going to pair it with a really nice basic neutral, like these navy blue slacks. So it'd be something like this, probably for work, or you could wear it out if you wanted. And then if you wanted to do jewelry with that, you could bring a tiny little bit of that color in at the neck, something that just very hints at the color, like this Kendra Scott Eliza pendant, but not as overly bright. Or you could just stick with a classic navy blue jewelry, classic navy blue heels, wear this color with your navy blue slacks. You're still going to look professional. You're going to feel pulled together, but you're also going to have that pop of color that you're wanting and that your wardrobe needs, because it's psychological. We need color in our lives. Color has causes an emotional response for us. And so why should we deprive ourselves of that just because we're in a professional environment when we can absolutely make it work? So that is the easiest place to start. The next place that you could go is when you keep your outfit very neutral. So here we have a white top, cute little cotton gauze top with the little, not a tie front, a twist front. You've got a cute denim skirt with the fringe on the bottom. But you want to play around with some of the key colors this season. Bring it in a handbag. That is the perfect way to do that. So then your handbag becomes your accent piece. Look at this beautiful blue, this beautiful baby blue that's new from Hobo that we just got in. Your handbag becomes the accent piece. And then you can play with this color as much as you want. You can add it in your jewelry. You can add it in your shoes. Or you can let this one piece do the talking. So for example, if I wanted to play with this color even more, I could also wear these shoes that match the handbag. So then I've got the handbag and the shoes that are my bright pops of color, but my outfit is extremely neutral. That is another great entry-level way to move into dealing with color or experimenting with color. So those are two very easy ways. If this is something that is totally new to you, you've never done it before. So what if you just fell in love with this top? So cute, so many trends going on here. You've got the eyelet, which is super trendy. You've got your puff sleeve, which is super trendy. This color is super trendy. Just a gorgeous little fun top. A little bit more casual, maybe for a casual Friday if you were just gonna wear it like this. So the next thing you do, this is a little bolder color. This is a bolder color than the turquoise because pink always kind of can be intimidating for people. To me, it's not, but for a lot of people it is. So again, you are going to anchor that color with a very neutral bottom. So denim, navy blue, black, even white in a professional setting, sometimes not so, you have to be really careful with that. But you're never gonna go wrong with your dark colors on the bottom and let your top be the brighter color. That's the next safest thing. You keep your neutral on the bottom and you let your top be the bright pop of color. So here we've got this cute little hot pink top and the denim skirt. So you are playing around with color a little bit more. If you wanted to tone it down just a little bit more, you could easily add a little white denim jacket, which is going to now just make that pop of color just peeking. It's just peeking through your denim jacket. And that makes it less bold than if it's just the solid pink top with the nothing over the top. So that is a good trick too, is to add that third layering piece in another neutral, and then you're letting your little top be the pop of color, but it isn't just all over pink. Now, do not get me wrong, because I would not hesitate to wear this and this together. I love this kind of thing. But if that's not you, these are ways that you can experiment with color, start building color into your wardrobe, and still keep it professional and work appropriate. So that is our next level. All right, so then the level after that is when you go bolder still and you put the color on the bottom, right? So we started with the bright color on the top. We kept our neutrals super neutral. We didn't go with the crazy color. Then we kind of dialed it up a notch with the hot pink, which is a little bolder than what we started with. We talked about ways to do that. Now we're moving into wearing the color on the bottom, which is your boldest way of wearing color, still totally doable. So look at this beautiful pant. It's totally work worthy. It's got this slack fabric. It's got the nice clean pockets on the back. It's like a wide leg crop, so perfect for summer. And it is still an earthy color. Like this is, as you go into wearing colors on the bottom, your earthy colors are going to be easier to do than your bright colors. So this is like an earthy color, so it's getting out there a little bit because it is a colored bottom, but it's earthy and doable. So if you wanted to maybe do a cute little printed top with those pants, wear a little belt, and then maybe keep your shoes really neutral, like maybe, you know, do those creams or a light brown. And then if you wanted to tone it down even more, you could add a cute jacket over the top of the printed top. And then that same thing happens that I showed you with the pink. Suddenly, you're just anchoring that color a little bit, and suddenly that makes that work even more. It's less, I don't know, it's less bold when you add that solid jacket over the top. So that is a super cute outfit, right? You've got the colored bottom, it's a little bit bolder, but you've anchored it with the jacket, which is fun. So here's another option. So this is another bolder way to do color that's also very trendy. And I don't know, I'd be curious to know which one you guys feel would be harder. Would it be the colored bottom with the printed top and the solid jacket? Or would it be what I'm going to show you? This next way is where you are bringing a purse in with a pop of color, but it's a different color than the rest of your outfit, which is also extremely trendy. So you've got your colored bottom. You're going to anchor it with something super neutral on the top, like this white blouse again that we're going back to. And then you're going to bring your pop of color in with your handbag. And what's trendy about this is while the pant and the purse coordinate, they don't fight each other. They are two different colors, but that is still super, super trendy and fun. So that is another way that you can add that pop of color into your outfit on the bolder side, where you aren't matching your purse to your pants, but you're intentionally mismatching your purse and your pants. All right, let's look at this outfit on the mannequin here. So here's another example of maybe a little bolder way of doing color. She has a colored skirt on. It's a little eyelet skirt. And then we have the bright pink blouse paired up with that. Now that pink blouse has the green in it. I have put a belt on in a very neutral color. And if I were wearing this outfit, I would probably choose a shoe in this color just to keep things very pulled together. And I'm really letting my top, which is this beautiful print in this beautiful hot pink, and my skirt in this beautiful eyelet green do the talking. Now, if this was a little bit much for me, then I probably would go ahead and do what I've been talking to you about before and add, oh, I gotta go around this way, she's kind of tall, add a little black jacket over the top. And then what I would do is probably either match my shoes to my belt or match my shoes to my jacket. But you can see how just adding that little jacket over the top of this very bold print and this a beautiful colored bottom just helps anchor the whole thing, brings it down out of the boldness rafters just a little bit, maybe makes it a little bit more wearable, but still allows you to experiment with some of those beautiful colors that are trendy this season. And then you can always experiment with your shoes and your jewelry. So, you know, even if this outfit with the coral colored purse was too much for you, like, oh my gosh, I can't bring that coral colored purse, maybe you could bring a printed shoe in that has the green, it has the coral. Maybe you keep your jewelry, again, super neutral, matching the colored bottom, but you're adding a little bit of fun a little bit of color, a little bit of uniqueness in with your shoes. That is also a doable way to wear bold color. And if it were me, I would totally do, because I'm adventuresome like that, I would do these two, this shoe, and this purse. Totally. I would totally do that. I'd be all over that. But not everybody is going to, and that is okay. That is why I love clothing, because it makes a space for all of us. It makes a space for all of us. We can all do the trends to the degree that we are comfortable with. It's all about the know-how. It's about how to do it and what to do when you start to feel like things are going off the rails a little bit. And hopefully you learned some of that tonight as I went and I showed you those outfits. So we're anchoring with neutrals. Key point, very important, pair your bold color with your white denim, black, or soft neutrals. Remember that fit matters when you're wearing color. So we talked last week, if you didn't catch it, we talked last week about proportion and structure and how important that is, especially with the wide leg pants that are trendy this season. If you missed that, you can go catch that on our YouTube channel, Fashion Crossroads Inc. That was lots of really great information. And so when I'm coming back this week and saying proportion matters, I'm referring back to that video and making sure that you are showing your waist off, keeping things, if you have a wider bottom, keeping things a little bit shorter and nipped in at the waist to help balance out those wider leg bottoms. And then point 4, simple outfit formulas. A bold piece plus a neutral top and bottom, that's number 1. Matching pieces. So next week, actually not next week, this Saturday, we're going to be playing around even more with some bold colors in our collection launch that's happening at 9:15 on Saturday morning. So if you love color, you definitely want to tune in for that collection launch, because we're going to be delving into some even bolder colors than I showed you here as well. And even going as bold as to putting print on print. So that's the next level that we didn't talk about tonight, but I will on Saturday, so join me for that. That video, by the way, is on our regular business page, not here in the VIP. All right, and then the third simple outfit formula is denim plus an elevated piece. So that was that hot pink top with the denim skirt, that whole idea. All right, so tell me, if you're gonna try a stronger color, where are you gonna try it? Are you gonna try it on the top? Are you gonna try it on the bottom? Are you gonna try it in your accessories? I wanna hear from you guys where you are going to try to build color into your wardrobe this season. Alrighty, so make sure that you keep an eye out for the collection launch. Also, we have planned and scheduled our 52nd anniversary party. It's going to be the 5th, the 7th, 8th, and 9th of May. So that's coming up in about 2 weeks. So be watching for info about that. We're going to have some amazing giveaways, some swag bags, all kinds of fun things for that 52nd celebration. All right, you guys, we'll see you 9:15 on Saturday morning for our new collection launch that's all about bold color. Talk to you later.